What it do? It's your boy, Illuminated D. And you know what I'm saying? We back with another one. The first thing that I want to do starting off this video is thank you to everybody who has come to the channel, liked, and commented. Pops and I, we really appreciate it. And to all the subscribers, we thank you for taking the time out to come and consume the content. And we know that you have busy lives, so the fact that you come and spend your time with us, we really appreciate it. Bless. So jumping right into the topic tonight, how to start going to the gym even if you have anxiety. I know a lot of people have gym anxiety. Now, today's video is going to be informal, so I will be hitting my vape. Just putting that out there right now. Gym anxiety. I know that there's always that little voice that comes in the back of your head sometimes, because it comes in the back of my head, and I'm already fit. As you can tell, I'm already like there. But it comes in the back of your head, and most times it tends to say, it's okay, let's go tomorrow. Let's go tomorrow. Let's go tomorrow. And if you always choose to go with the mindset of let's go tomorrow, how can it ever become today? Now, I've been going to the gym since I was in 10th grade. This is when I formally, officially, actually, no. I started going to the gym officially, 10th grade. That's when I started the gym. So let me give you a little backstory on my history. Before 10th grade, I was a little tubby, I had a big back, you feel me? I had a big back, and I was really about that big back activity, and I loved to eat the sweets. I loved burgers. I loved soul food. Absolutely love soul food. I love so many different culture food just for the fact of me being in the career field that I chose, and I've traveled all over the world. There's so much that I've contained just based off the videos, because I have to keep a level head just based off my career. But I would love to tell you, food is so good. So good. Big back activities. You know how they say slap you on the back, your big back? Slap your big back, you feel me? That's what I was doing. I was eating good, you feel me? So basically, I started going to school, and I transferred from the Mid-East, and I ended up coming down south. Now, when I got down south, you got to understand, and it wasn't just any down south. I went to Florida. Florida, you know what I'm saying? They got the Latinas out there. They got the African American culture. They got Caucasians. They got, they got all type of them out there, right? So in my history, it wasn't even about me trying to get the girl. It was more so I seen the energy that fit individuals got just based off of the look, right? And I was like, man, what am I doing different? And I started analyzing, and you got to understand, I started this in school. I started this in 10th grade. This was super deep. To be a 10th grader. I was 15 going on 16. So to be a 10th grader looking at this, and I'm like, you know what? I got to do something to change my life, because if I ever want to be great, the greatest version of myself is not in the body that I currently have, because I'm looking in the mirror now and I'm feeling disgust, right? Now, I know people would say, well, why would you say that about yourself? No, it was the truth. For me, it's not about anybody else. Listen, if you don't care, or you are happy with where you're at, I am so happy for you, And I tell you that my mental consciousness just isn't built that way. So when I was overweight, I was wearing a size 46. I was at a 46. You got to understand, y'all, like I was a 46 and now I weigh a size like 32. I was wearing a size 46. And you got to look at it. I remember I'm sitting in the mirror and I pray to God and I say, Lord, if you ever give me the opportunity to change my life, I promise you the first opportunity that you give me, I'm going to take it. I'm going to go. So funny that as soon as I said that prayer, ding dong, the doorbell rings. My homeboy Paco, he lived in the other neighborhood across from me. He came up and he's like, hey, bro, I'm about to start playing football. You want to come and run with me every day? See, the interesting thing about it is nobody really understands how they affect your life, but Paco changed my life forever. Changed my life forever. Gave me experiences that I never would have had having a big back. I had to change my reality. The only way to change my circumstance was to change my current reality, and what that came with was me changing my circumstance and then me changing my mindset and me changing up my routine. That's what it took in order for me to get to where I wanted to be. It's just the truth of it. But what I want to tell you is if you have gym anxiety, this is what you should do. If it's really bad, and what happens is a lot of times the anxiety comes from a lack of confidence. So let's start with the levels of it. The anxiety starts with a lack of confidence. So how do you build your confidence? Well, if you want to start light, let's go ahead and start working on the diet. If you have 10 pancakes in the morning, let's go ahead and drop those 10 pancakes off. Let's go ahead and get rid of that bread. And then let's go ahead and throw some oatmeal on there. Let's go ahead and get rid of the bacon. And let's go ahead and add some fruit with the oatmeal. Let's go ahead and get off the dairy, the full dairy products, so that, it causes bloating and lactation. And let's go ahead and get some almond milk. Instead of having a burger, let's go and have a salad. And if you really want it to taste good, you don't got to have a Caesar salad. Go and get yourself a chef salad. Chef salads have eggs, turkey, ham, it has cheese in it, it has like eggs, you know what I'm saying? It has everything inside of it. So if you really want something hearty, just get a better type of salad. A chef salad is an exclusive salad. Everybody loves chef salad. Even kids love that because it has their favorite things inside of it. So let's start with the small things by first building up your confidence. So even though it doesn't necessarily seem like that's a huge confidence booster, instantly you start losing and burning more fat because now your body doesn't have as many hard calories to try and burn. So your body burns through it super fast. And then what you can do is, instead of trying to go straight to the gym where the elites are, where you got me's running around, where you have Jason Bourne's running around, where you have Hasselhoffs running around, where you got Greek body boot camps running around, where you got Dion Keen's DMZs running around, specials running around. Go to a light gym. Try and choose an Anytime Fitness. See, now the thing about with these gyms, these smaller cap gyms, is that the time. So it just depends on what time you work and what time you have the ability to go to the gym. But start with a smaller cap gyms, because you got to remember, you got different levels to the gym. So if you're a beginner and you don't want to put yourself in an environment where everybody seems like it's so far away from you, because remember, it's not competition, you're in competition with yourself, but you use the people in the gym as motivation, because remember, energy is a frequency. Remember, energy is a frequency. You listen to music, right? So whenever you listen to music, whatever type of music you listen to can affect your energy. So when you go into the gym, you're catching everybody's frequency, and then it forces you to work out harder because you're motivated by everybody. You see the baddies running around in the gym. You see the dudes who've been putting in work in the gym who really, really fit, who, you know what I'm saying, you might want to be like. Even for the females, for women, you might see that woman that has the body that you want to be like. So this is where you start. You start at a small gym. And then a lot of times people get anxiety because they don't know what to do in the gym. So what you need to do is go to a gym where there's nobody there. And then what you do is you watch YouTube, and then you start perfecting your routine. So start perfecting your routine. Start building your confidence by building your routine and building confidence in your routine. And now you got to understand there are different routines for different days. But what you want to do is you want to build a healthy routine where you can consistently at least go to the gym roughly 3 times a week. Try to work your way to 5 times a week if possible. You know what I'm saying? I don't go to the gym every single day all the time, but I've gotten to a level where I don't necessarily need to, and I know how to control my eating. So start at a lower gym, perfect your routine, build your confidence around your routine, and then after you've done that in solitude, go ahead and apply for Planet Fitness. Because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you need the motivation. You got to start building on top of the motivation to build building blocks, right? So with your next building block, you want to go and jump into a Planet Fitness. So you started at Anytime Fitness because there's barely anybody there. Then you work your way to the Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is like an intermediate gym. It's a beginner/intermediate because you have some level of high fitness in there, and then you have more so individuals that are either just starting out or they're getting their way to that intermediate level before you need that boost to take you to the next level, right? So start with by yourself, then you go to an intermediate gym, and then build your confidence, build your routine, start accepting the good energy that's in there, accepting the frequency, because whenever you walk in the gym, you don't even have to work out. You can walk in there and walk on the Stairmaster, and I guarantee that you feel 10 times better just based off of all the energy that's flowing, because the energy is being waved through your body. You can't see the frequencies, but we all know that frequency exists. You can't see music. You can see it on a graph, like if you're an engineer, but in all reality, you can't really see it, but it is there and it's floating in a frequency, but you can hear it though. And only our ears can pick up that frequency, right? So it's the same thing with the gym. Start low, beginner, Anytime Fitness, work your way up to a Planet Fitness, build your confidence, build your routine, build your confidence, get yourself in there for roughly like 6 months to a year. Once you get past that year, depending upon how good you are in your routine and how well you've built your muscle-mind connection in order to be able to target specific muscle groups, then after you've achieved that level and then you are at a level where you can no longer progress at the lower cap gym because the motivation just isn't the same for you, then that means you need to go ahead and start stepping up to a higher level gym. Because you got to understand, plateau comes with muscle confusion, but some gyms don't necessarily have everything you do or everything you need in order to confuse the muscle the right way. So after you've built those 2 foundational building blocks, then it would be good to start moving up to your eSportas, your Crunch, your LA Fitness. And that right there should hold you pretty much forever. That should right there just take you to the level that you want to be at. You'll be on, Greek Body Bootcamp status, chiseled. You know what I'm saying? What I'm looking for is a chiseled sculpture. I want to be a chiseled sculpture. They say pictured mural, Greek Body Bootcamp, aesthetic, chisel aesthetic. That's what I'm focused on. It. See, a lot of people would say, oh, he's not even that strong. He's not even that strong. Guaranteed I have 10 times more stamina. Guaranteed I can outrun you. Guaranteed. Maybe not a freaking David Goggins or some shit, because he been going savage on himself. And I be going savage on myself. I go savage like dumb. I take myself through it. So I promise you, if I take myself through it. But one thing that I'll say is that he taught me one thing, and that's callous your mind. Because your mind will always See, and it's not your mind. Yourself will tell you. They'll be like, the devil's stopping me. No, the devil didn't tell you to do nothing. The devil didn't tell you to pick up a cheeseburger. The devil didn't tell you to get a double-decker Whopper. The devil didn't tell you to do anything. We told ourselves. So yourself told you not to go to the gym. Your own anxiety stopped you from being great. Don't let yourself be your stumbling block. We already have to deal with that every single day from other individuals that don't necessarily want us to be in the position that we are. And even if nobody is actually stopping you from doing anything, don't be your own demise. Don't be your own self-sabotage. Don't be your own self-sabotage. But sometimes you have to take a break. But if you never actually started and you never actually been in there, then you don't need a break. You need to jump in the water ASAP. And you need to get in there and start swimming, because we have so much going on in the world and it might be on our front doorstep. So that means that we all need to be changing our lives, changing our mindsets, getting more disciplined, getting more determined, putting in more work, because you never actually know when it is gonna come to a position where, if it's up to you and another person who's been putting in work and you both putting in work, and the only survival rate is based off of who put in more work, you don't want it to be you that didn't put the work in, because it's a mercy kill. It's all bad, you feel me? And we all trying to live out here. We all want to survive, right? So in order to do that, first we got to change our mindset. We have to implement routines, and we have to gradually build on our foundational building blocks while connecting to good energy, accepting good frequencies, and putting ourselves on a step program and progressing to the next level without having to be told, because you took intentional action to take yourself and change your life. Because we all want to be successful, we all want to be somewhere in life. But in order to do that, you got to do something that you ain't never done before. And that's the reason that we doing this right here, right now. Everybody be blessed, be safe. We out.